So Warframe's world is underpinned by mystical forces and right sexy fashion, but the Void has cast a shadow over the game's ongoing story and it now needs to be dealt with. With the Whispers in the Wall update next month, it's apparently going to spell the resolution of a plotline that Digital Extremes have been teasing for a very long time, which is obviously Man in the Wall. Albrecht and Trati, Lloyd, Murmurs, and of course a lot of new content. That's going to be just the start of this new story. But recently Sheldon from Digital Extremes gave an interview where he talks about the upcoming update, and while most of the information he spoke about was nothing really new, we've heard it all before, he did mention how new and returning players will get to experience this update while also giving us a few little hints at what can be expected. So I'm just going to cut straight to it. They want to give new players the ability to catch up on Warframe's current story and then start in with the Whispers in the Wall update. So maybe a new entry point for new players, because the last one didn't exactly work out with Duviri. Now it sounds like new players will probably still do Vor's Prize to start off with that quest, and then what? Have a story recap or something before allowing them access to Deimos and the Whispers update? Or is the Whispers update now a new starting branch for new players at the very start of the game, just like Duviri was when it first dropped before that was removed because it was too confusing? Maybe a cinematic recap of this story for new players. Maybe I'm reading this wrong, I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below. But I am really curious how new players will be able to jump into a story like the Whispers in the Wall update without fully experiencing this story that we've had in the past and understanding who we are as Tenno and Warframes, and I guess the struggles we've already gone through. And I don't think a cinematic recap is going to do it the justice it deserves. Now I understand why they're doing it, why they want another new player entry point. Warframe has always been about new players, whether us veterans want to agree with it or not. Fresh blood keeps the wheels going, and they want to give new players a chance, if they haven't already played Warframe, to jump in. But also, with Warframe right now, each new update has to be able to bring old players back into the fold, which it isn't really doing. And with new players, they want to be like, here's the story, here's how it's progressed so far, now you're in, you can get excited and jump into the content. A kind of new generation of players is how Sheldon put it. But this doesn't mean that they're going to forget the generation that got them where they are right now. It just means that they want to keep the game going for the foreseeable future. Now the new system apparently is also designed to bring those old players back into the fold. And if you're one of those old players, you know exactly how daunting that can be, to come back into a game like Warframe after spending several months or even a year or more out, and there's so much to do and there's so much to catch up on. It is really off-putting. Now I've had a lot of old players saying it was too much when they tried to jump back in and they put the game back down because it was just too daunting. So giving those players an easier path back into Warframe is bloody welcome as well. I guess if it can grow the player base, then why not? Now Whispers in the Wall is meant to be a mashup of old procedurally generated content that we're kind of used to, that we've had in the past, within the lab, where each tile set will have variations but also hidden secrets apparently for us to find, but also the new story will continue to evolve and unveil over the next few years. Now the update is going to be about experimentation and understanding in the darkness that lays beneath. It's going to deal with those responsible for first experimenting with the Void, exploring the secrets of those scientists who would go on to create Warframes and plunge the solar system into conflict. So Ballas and Margulis, they created Warframes, right? Or well, Ballas did anyway. He created the protoframes from willing and unwilling subjects by injecting them with the helmet strain of the infestation. Subjects whose lingering memories would then fill them with rage and cause them to turn on their masters, killing them until the Zariman incident arrived and the Tenno, I guess, showed up with it. And from what we've seen so far from the unveils at TennoCon and with Rebecca, Pablo and the rest of the team, with the few updates that they've already put out and, like I said, showcased at TennoCon, the future is looking really bloody good for Warframe, and I genuinely can't wait to see where it all leads to. But have a great day. Let me know what you think of this idea of having the Whispers as a new branch or a new entry point for new players. Have a great day, and as always, thanks for watching.